well, my third one and my fourth one. And I'm gonna put a teeny bit of salt right on top of here. I'm gonna squeeze a lemon into each one. One here, one here, and that's it. I mean, literally, you're done with dinner. I'm gonna grab a plate and just plate one of them up for moi.
And moi.
And moi.
The two mois here.
And again, on a normal night, I probably would have
Pasta or something.
No, well, not pasta, because, you know, couscous is the rice pasta.
And
a meat, but yes, a veggie I would have. But again, it's late. Everyone's
It's 9 and no.
everyone's ready to eat, and we don't. And I didn't have anything in the fridge. And
Is it really like hot as in?
no, you want to try one? It's not hot.
Oh,
And then I'm just gonna try
that
this pork.
tastes good. Really good.
So remember, there's some bones in here, but so on this side, I'm gonna just cut up the pork here. And this had mustard in it, sage, and there's a teeny bit of pink. When you press down, it goes down a little, but and it bounces back up is how you know you're done. It was about 3 minutes aside because we were very thin ones. It tastes really good. The pork is a little bit warm, but I took one of the first ones. It's good, right? You can taste the mustard and the sage. And this one had the Dijon, so of course Jake shows up for the taste testing.
He doesn't show up for the cleaning up and stuff, but he shows up for the taste testing.
So I'm not eating it. I just
so good.
So salt, pepper, mustard, sage, couscous with just some chicken stock, salt and pepper, parsley and cranberries.
And grab one.
And that's it. And I think that probably took 20 minutes to make. Maybe not even. So that's it for tonight.
And so, those are the things. What did you do in 30 seconds or less? You took all those things, you breaded. Just to review.
Oh, to review. So the couscous takes 5 minutes to cook. You put chicken broth into 1 cup. It's 1-to-1 ratio. So if you're making 2 cups, you put 2 cups of chicken broth. Stop it right now, honey bun. And then both of you. And then get it to a boil, put your couscous in, just stir it up, take it off the heat, cover it for 5 minutes. And then for the pork, they were already thin cutlets of pork, but you can pound them flat if you want to. They're about 1/2 inch thick. I took, and instead of the usual breading, I just put mustard on each side of it, salt and pepper and sage, and then I put into panko breadcrumbs, which are Japanese. They're lighter, they're a little crispier. And then I pan fried them with about 1/4 inch of canola oil. Each side took 3 minutes. Of course, if you have the thicker chops, which I did see at the store today, that's gonna take longer. It'll be 5 to 6 minutes a side. If you have the really thin cutlets, I use those sometimes. They're used for veal, like the veal cutlets that you get really thin. Those take about 1 minute a side. So these took 3 minutes, and then we just cut them up, just fried them up.
Cutlets, like medium size, like medium thickness.
And so we fried them up, each side 3 minutes. Let them rest for a minute out here. Put a squirt of lemon, a little bit more salt, pepper, and that was it. The whole meal. Done.
So good.
So good.
So good. Dun, dun. So good. Dun, dun. I got you. Dun, dun, dun. It's summer.
I guess that was a hit then.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
It's so good.
I need to. Can you have this over here? God, it's so. I mean, like I'm all for filming now, but it's like I'm definitely getting. Oh wait, is this like an episode? Look at me. Look, like is this a hey without Tanisha's face episode?
Or should I run up and?
Well, yeah, I think it's if I'm gonna film, like you should put like honestly. I mean, I know we're doing this casually, but if we're not taking it that seriously, or you're not even making yourself up at all, it's like kind of what's the point?
That like thing I had in my hair.
Yeah, I mean, I literally was like started to like I was like looking at that, and I'm like, oh, the kitchen looks dirty, and then I was like, but that's all right because she's so what? Yeah, you know what I mean.
Maybe I'll wear my robe just so I don't feel like I held it.
All right, I mean, I mean, I hate that color, but I like you, and yeah, I like it. You know, I would tuck it in. What's that?
Should I just wear my robe on top?
No.
Not robe. I mean,
To tuck it in.
My apron.
No. And tuck it in because I like the thing in front. I don't like it untucked because it looks the thing. And yeah, just tuck it down and then tuck it in.
This thing is good.
What? Wait, what? What's good?
I mean, this is cute.
It's just it's not sexy. I mean, like you look sexy now, and if you put that over, you just make yourself look like a grandmother. Okay, good. I'm just getting good shots of this. Okay, all right, so we can do it wide if you want to. Let's just try it for the heck of it. Wait. Where's the light that we had here? What?
Socks, but you didn't get socks.
Sakis. And then be quiet when you come down, okay?
We're gonna film for a second.
All right.
Go.
Okay. All right. And I'll go down to this, and then I'll come up to you.
So you're joining me a tad bit late today. Obviously, I've done all this stuff from our salmon with vegetables, but you can do this with, it didn't really take that long. Obviously, the salmon was already, you know, I bought it cut. And then, actually I did cut this one myself. It was a little bit cheaper if I did it that way, but you can buy them pre-cut. I had asparagus, I threw some tomatoes. This can be done with anything, whatever's in season. Squash, zucchini, the yellow squash, what else? Fennel, like there can be anything you want. I have onions, asparagus, which I just broke the asparagus at the bottom to get rid of the rough edges. Onion, I had half one left in the fridge, I cut that up. Lemon wedges, which I didn't squirt onto my salmon yet because I want this to be sort of dry because I want it to brown up nicely. So all this has is salt and pepper, and I'm going to put some olive oil on top. So the potatoes, again, whatever you have at home is what you should use, and I didn't have any other vegetables, so I got my potatoes out, which of course take longer than everything else here. So I just put them in the microwave, which is, I don't use a lot of, and sometimes when you're in a hurry it is great. So I put them in the microwave in a little bit of water for about 5 to 10 minutes, because these were like medium size. If you have the little teeny ones, probably 3 to 4 minutes would be fine. And then I just cut them up. So they're pretty much cooked. All they have to do is get a little crispy on top. And then olive oil, salt and pepper, and I did this all in this big jar. I put all my vegetables, whatever you have, cut them up the sizes you want. Asparagus you don't even cut. And I threw everything in there, put olive oil, salt and pepper, so everything got the same amount of dressing on it, and then I put that out, and then just made a little spaces for my salmon, salt and pepper on the salmon, and now I'm just gonna do the, you want it to be fairly dry you don't want moisture on the salmon, or else it'll steam more than sort of broil on the top and then get cooked through. So I'm just going to wipe off any sort of, from the salt, some of the moisture comes up. So I had that done a little bit ago. And now I'm just going to put some olive oil. Everything else, like I said, all the vegetables have olive oil from being in the big jar and twirling those around. So it's just for that. And since it's Sunday night and we're being healthy anyway, we are going to be a little bit bad. I'm going to put, or indulgent, I shouldn't say bad, about not even like a pat of butter I've smushed here. And my husband had informed me, I told him, for some reason the potatoes get quite burnt like you like them, and he said that's because you don't use any butter, you're always using olive oil. And he was right. When I put butter on potatoes, they get a little bit more burnt because butter burns at a lower temperature than olive oil. So I'm just going to put little pats of butter right on. It'll melt to some of it. If you want to melt it in the microwave and just pour it on, you can do that. I find this to work fine, so I just put little teeny bits of butter on everything. And like I said, we're being pretty healthy, so 1 tablespoon or half a tablespoon of butter for 4 people is not that bad. So I'm done with my tray. Again, put whatever you like on yours, and this is the great thing. Everyone talks about one-pot meals. Well, this is a one-pan meal, which I definitely use more of. Everything's on here. Everything's going to get cooked in this one pan, and then we'll be ready for dinner in about 15 minutes. About 15 minutes it should take. You check your oven. So you check your oven. Everyone's oven's different, so I broil mine. So it's 6 inches from the top of the oven, and it's on my broil setting. So that's where we're at. So, and everyone likes their salmon and fish or any kind of meat cooked at different temperatures. So I have it on broil high. It's very close to the flame up here, or the top of the oven. And then my oven, I'm not sure why, but you're supposed to keep the door open. So a little bit, not the whole way, or all the heat will escape. So
Offer every argument for broiling if you do that.
no, because I've seen on some cooking shows they close it. Maybe they have some ventilation. Huh. Anyway, so since that has the potatoes, sometimes
Oops, sorry, I saw your shot. Okay.
Sometimes I'd make couscous or some rice or pasta on the side with all those veggies and the salmon, but I have potatoes in there, so my starch and my whatever is taken care of. So I'm just gonna make a little salad on the side, a light salad, and this is my everyday salad. Although it's nice enough to serve if you're having people over. But all it is mixed greens. I'm gonna cut this onion very, very thinly sliced. And any onion you like. People say red onions are sweeter. I don't find them to be. I'm not sure why, but Vidalia onions are good. But this is from my, as you can see, from the farm that we get the food from. So it is, I guess, a yellow onion. It's probably not even any sweet onion or anything. So then and then Parmesan. I what's it called? Slice, like what do you, shave it with a peeler that you would shave peel carrots with. So I just put that on. I slice an onion extremely thinly. The thinner you slice it, it almost becomes sweet when you put the lemon juice on. I think it must cook it a teeny bit, the acid in the lemon. So it has to be fairly thin for that to happen. And you don't want anyone getting a huge chunk of a spicy onion, except for me because I love that, but everybody else probably doesn't. And so I'm not cutting this very quickly because I am trying to cut it pretty thinly. And then the last thing is some lemon juice and some lemon juice on top, salt and pepper on top, olive oil. Excuse me for 1 second, I'm just gonna get. So I have some salt that I'm just gonna drizzle on here, a squirt of a lemon, half a lemon, but I let that sit for a second, and then when it's time to serve, I'll mix that all up and put more cheese on the top and more onions. And so I'll meet you back here in a minute when the salmon's ready and the salad's ready.
See how good that looks when it's
Mm-hmm.
Got it. is cooking. So keep it like that or like this?
It's a little as close as you can.
Right, right.
That's, you know, it stays the most. You see how I gave you little kudos?
Yeah, thanks. I don't think I think I asked you that, but I don't think I came up with the solution, did I?
Well, you said you don't put butter on it.
Yeah, maybe I did. Champion. Yes. Good boy. Good. Down, down, down. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Yes, you are.
What time is CBS on it?
They're 24 hours, so. But I, you know, I want to go because I want to get that in, because you know, even though I'm doing it.
And I know it's totally silly. I'm gonna put it on for 10 minutes because that's when I want to check the salmon, and then we'll see. But time's relative, right? So while I'm cooking, it might be only a minute has passed, but sometimes I think 5 minutes has passed, or I think it's been 15 minutes and I feel like it's been a minute. So I just like to do that. People always laugh when I'm putting in pasta or whatever. I put in a timer that has to ring and that I have to turn off, because if not, then I feel like some meals are ruined for no reason. So we'll check back with the salmon in 10 minutes and then we'll see if it's ready or not. And then I can have a glass of wine and not care about how many minutes.
Okay. Well, I'm filming the check, so talk about it.
Let's see. Okay, no, actually, let's go. Ready?
Well, I wanted it to go to beep.
Let's do it.
And then you gotta look natural, like you're not expecting it.
All right. All right, it's gonna go. Oh, okay. Oh, there's our timer. See, I was busy drinking and totally forgot about it. So let's check on. I'm gonna take a fork to check on the salmon. Like I said, I did it after 10 minutes. Your oven may be different. Ooh, it looks good. Let's see where we're at. So I see how the top is brown. I'm opening up here. I'll open up on this side. We like it pretty rare-ish, nice and juicy. Definitely not overdone. I think we are ready to go. Of course, I don't have anything to take this hot tray off with, but I'm just gonna do it with these 2 dish towels. Let's put it over by the stove. So as you can see, we've the potatoes still didn't have quite enough time, but they did get, you know, nice and crunchy on the outside. See how this lemon got totally blackened? That makes it sweeter than it normally is, and that's what I'm going to squirt that onto the salmon. And then of course our asparagus, and I'll plate one up and show you what this looks like. Oh, let's just finish up our salad. I was waiting for the salmon. So I put some of this olive oil, that's extra virgin olive oil. You don't always have to use extra virgin. I mean, I do at times for whatever I have. But definitely on salads and where it's not getting cooked, if you have some like special olive oil, that's what you should use for the ones that are not being cooked. And then I just crumple up some more of my onions and my cheese because I like it to stay on top. My lemon, I'm gonna finish. It's still the same half of a lemon, but I'm just squeezing it now, making sure everything's out of it except the seeds, although I think there was one in there. I got it. Yes, okay. And then a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. All squirting everywhere. And then I'm just gonna plate one plate quickly for you guys. So we're gonna have some salad here, which was just lemon, olive oil, Parmesan, and salt and pepper. And then I'm gonna grab this piece right here. I love the tomatoes. I mean, yeah, I do love the tomatoes, but I meant potatoes, onions, asparagus, the whole, I'll leave those really burnt ones for him. Here's some potatoes. I'll get a couple more asparagus. And then I'm going to grab one of the lemons and I'm putting it right there. And then all I do is squirt it on everything here. And that's it. That's the whole shebang for you. Let me see if I can find a fork. Of course I can't, and my dog is right in between my legs. Yeah. Fork, okay? And so I'm gonna have, see how it's just, it falls right off. It's, you know, has a nice crust on it, but it's very, you can hear the crunch. There's a little crunch on the outside because it was broiled. And then the potatoes, I know I'm going to burn myself on, but I'm going to do it anyway. And butter is good. I mean, who's going to deny it? Not me. And of course we have a nice fresh salad with everything that's not roasted. It's nice to have some greens. I'm going to take it with my salmon because I love that. And that's it. Really good. Took 11 minutes, I think, by the time I put my timer on. And the prep was probably another 10 minutes. So this is a pretty nice meal for not a ton of work. And then one pan to clean right here. That's it. Perfect. I hope you join me again. And if you want to let me know some of your recipes and let everyone else know, please email us and we will try to get that happening.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay, hold on.
Actually turned out really good. Asha, honey? Ash. Yeah. Who's playing?
Me and Nick.
Oh. Alright, well, press pause.
Press pause on chess?
Yeah.
I thought that was a mistake.
No, I was joking. I mean, I was like...
It's a funny joke. It's pretty cool that we have kids that want to...
It was cool.
I mean, you know what? After this, let me play both of them before they go to bed. Like, that's me, because I'm only going to be here 7 days.
But they might...
You know, we'll do a quick game. Like, I mean, you know, it'll be fun. Like, you know.
Alright. Asha, start setting the table. Maybe we can give Tramp a little food so he can be outside while we eat. Tom, are you going to eat with us?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll give Trampy some food.
Jay, can you put the... Okay, placemat. Jakey, napkins and forks.
And forks.
What are you doing, honey?
And just let me.
No.
Yeah.
Alright. Napkins and forks.
Wait, you like my thing? I'm showing you. You like this? I'm good home. This is all mixed together color. Do you like it?